Only war.
What is up, gents? 40k Dirtbags here. We are doing the Imperial Agents Christmas review for the Detachment. If you guys are new to the channel, appreciate clicking on the video, do all the YouTube shit. Thank you to all my Patreons. Wouldn't be doing this without you guys. We've just been spoiled this month with Detachment every single day, so there's just so much to go over, especially with all the content creators going out there and kind of talking about each detachment and what they're liking, not liking. I'm doing all the ones that I'm playing, or the ones that I think I could be playing in 2025. So with Imperial Agents, we've been talking about it on the channel and Discord for a while now, and their codex is small. It's very expensive if you were to build a full Imperial Agents spam detachment. So with this one, I haven't looked at it at all, so there's going to be a live review kind of talking about maybe some insights, maybe something coming up in the near future on the list that we want to build. I love assassins. I heard this is like an assassin kind of detachment, so I really can't wait to see what this actually does. Ever since the Assassins came out back in the day for the Grey Knights that I played, I always included them, especially the Vindicator. Vindicator is literally my favorite one, but he's just not that great in 10th edition with all the line of sight blocking and stuff like that. They did boost him up a little bit. He is a little bit better. It's just wounding on 3s and stuff like that, just not the best thing. He needs a anti-infantry 2+ weapon, which is what I said in the beginning. But yeah, so in this video, we're gonna go over quick sponsors, because wouldn't be doing this without my sponsors and the Patreons, and then go over the detachment real quick, so that way we can give you some insight on how we're going to be playing this coming forward in 2025. So we'll be right back in about 2 minutes. What's up, gents? If you want to support the channel, the best way to support us is to click on any of these links in the descriptions, as well as on the main page. We have our 3d6 Wargaming, the objective markers, we have the Rexar lasers terrain. Use the code DIRTBAG for free shipping, and also the Patreon page. That'll be at the end of the video, but the merch store is the news store. If you guys want to support and wear some of the swag at the RTTs and GTs coming up, make sure you come up to me and say, hey, check out this swag, because I will love it. We have a bunch of orc swag, a bunch of 40k swag, but mainly we got the Dirtbag swag. This tumbler, legit, use it every single day. Coffee and water, and then these hoodies are so comfortable. I would recommend getting a size up just so they're comfortable on you, as well as with the t-shirts and any of the muscle tees. Not only can you support us at the merch store, but you can also support us on Discord by messaging me specifically, DM. We sell poker chips, which are great for objective markers, naming specific units that have buffs or debuffs, and sticky objectives. We use them every single game. All of the stickers are available, as you see over here. And then all these models, we have Cypher, which is in every single list. We have our Tech Priests for Grey Knights and any Space Marines. They're really hard to get. We have the Phobos Librarian, the Phobos Lieutenant with the combi weapon. Caldus Assassin should still be in every single list, and the old school Cotiez mop. But guys, let's get back to the video. Holy shit. All right, so let's get into the official Assassinarum detachment. Now, I'm reading over this right now. Every assassin gets to use their special ability twice. You just can't use it more than once per battle round. So let's go over the abilities that each assassin has that they can use once per game. Okay, so the first one, the Caluxus Assassin. When this model is set up on the battlefield using the deep strike ability, it can perform an 3-inch deep strike, and all enemy units until the end of the whatever. So that's that one, and that can be used. Caldus, Caluxus Assassin. So each of them can do once per, so right here, Soulless Horror, once per battle in the command phase, or in any command phase, this model can use the ability. If it does, each enemy model within 9 inches, which is huge, especially when you come in within 3 inches, must take a battle shock test, subtracting 1 from that result. If it's a Psyker unit, it subtract 2. That is insane. So this is like insane into Grey Knights, T-Suns, Demons, anything that you really want to kind of come down and just force a Battle Shock at -2, it's going to really mess up their primary game, and then not being able to use stratagem during their turn because it's any command phase. So when you come down, you shoot something, anti-psyker, blow something up, throw a grenade if you really want to, and then all of a sudden in their command phase, you do this once per game ability. If you do happen to survive, let's say you're hiding behind a wall because it doesn't say line of sight, you can then do it again in the next command phase, which is just bonkers. It's once per battle round. So let's say you have the bottom of the turn, the beginning of the next battle round, you can do it again. So it's really freaking good. All right, now next up we got the Eversor Assassin, who is just a dude hopped up on some drugs. Once per battle in your movement phase, this model can use an ability before it makes a normal move. If it does, until the end of the phase, add 6 to the move characteristic. So the move is 9, so basically moving 15. You can advance and charge. So add 3 to the attack characteristic as well. So you go from 6 attacks to 9 attacks. Precision, anti-infantry 3+, sustain hits 3. So basically twice per game, you're able to advance 15 inches and then charge and get 9 attacks with precision. So that little monster just, you're gonna want to try and get, like, if you can get 2 shots, what is it, like Patriot? If you can get 2 shots, you basically made up that once per game ability in this detachment. So that's that one. And then obviously the Vindicare Assassin has the shot. So the Vindicare Assassin, once per battle, when selecting targets its model Exactus rifle, it can fire a shield break around. If it does, until the end of the phase, each time model with the attack, add 1 of the wound roll, and any successful wound roll scores a critical wound. So basically once per game, now twice per game, you can basically, and it has precision, I'm pretty sure. So devastating wounds, precision, heavy, ignore cover, AP 3, and then +1 to wound. D3 +3 damage, dev, and then we're going to go over these enhancement abilities as well. So twice per game, he's going to be able to get the +1 to wound, and any successful wound scores a critical hit, which is going to be dev. So you're going to be able to kill some characters pretty easily with these assassins coming down again, twice ability. All right, so that's that. And then when mustering your army, you have to take one of these. I think all of them get it though. So usually you can only take 4 enhancements, but these technically are enhancements. They're extremis abilities. So when you're mustering your army, each one of these, anytime you take the assassin, you get to get the extremis abilities, which you have to spend the points for. If you can't spend the points, you can't take that assassin. So every assassin is just going up 35 to 45 points. So it can be cool because it's technically having 2 of the assassins. Not really, but kinda. So let's go over these real quick. Got assassin right at the top. So twice per battle in your movement phase, you can select 1 other infantry model on the battlefield and not within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units. When the selected model is destroyed, ignoring any rules that is triggered when the model is destroyed, and this model is removed from the battlefield and set up again as close as possible where that destroyed model was and not within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units. Holy shit. This ability cannot be used more than once in the same battle round. What? Hold on. What? Alright, so the Counter Assassin, twice per battle. It's only twice per battle. In your movement phase, you can select 1 other friendly infantry model that is on the battlefield and not within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units. The selected model is destroyed, ignoring any rolls that trigger. The model is removed from the battlefield and set up again as close as possible to where the destroyed model was and not engage a range of 1 or more enemy units. The ability cannot be used more than once in the same battle round. So twice per game, you could just pick up and go somewhere else in the movement phase. Like, let's say so this has a lot of questions, like in the movement phase. So let's say a unit, like a cultist unit, is just sprinting across the table. Like, all right, I'm going to run, D6 plus X inches away that way, or getting out of a transport. Let's say the transport moves up 12 and then it gets out 3 inches. You can then pick up that model that just got out, the one dude, one solely cultist, and just replace it with an assassin who can then shoot and charge that battle round. Now, someone explain this to me if that is viable, because it just says in your movement phase, when you select one friendly infantry model on the battlefield and not within engage range of one of my enemy units, select the model is destroyed. So does that assassin count as making a move, getting out of transport? Can you assault with it? Like, there's a lot of questions that I needed to know about this one detachment, because the Cowed Assassin going up to 140 points still probably going to be auto include in every list, but that is really cool to get her across the table and into combat against a unit that you really want to go into. So that's kind of really, really good. Let's go to the next one. Collects Assassin, one of my favorite assassins now. Model, each time the model is targeted with the grenade strat, one mortal wound is inflicted for each d6 on a 3+ instead of a 4+. Oh my god. So it's each time this model is targeted with a grenade strat, one mortal wound is inflicted for each d6 of a 3+ instead of a 4+. So a 3+ grenade strat while coming in within 3 inches, and then doing, you know, twice per game battle shock ability. That is really, really cool. You're going to be playing 40 chess with these assassins, trying to keep them in safe places and putting them on the table to do what they got to do, and kill the characters. So that's awesome. Can't wait to see the strats in this detachment. This is so cool. All right, Eversword Assassin. Once per battle round, you can target this model with Heroic Intervention or Counter Offensive Strat for 0 CP, and can do so even if it has already used a stratagem in a different unit this phase. All right, cool. So if you want to interrupt or counter charge, this guy can do it for free once per battle round. So that's pretty cool. I don't think he has fight first or anything. I know the Caluxus or Caldus Assassin has fight first, but I don't think the Eversword Assassin has fight first. He's got Lone Op, Scout 9, Deadly Demise 3, and that is it. He does have grenades as well. So just a free interrupt. Pretty cool. And the counter charge. So it's can counter charge or counter offensive. Okay. And then Vindicare Assassin. The model's externus rifle as the anti-monster 4+ and anti-vehicle 4+. So going into vehicles, instead of the +1 to wound, you're probably going to be wounding on 5s, 4s anyway, because it's the +1 to wound. So it's strength 8. You're probably going to be wounding +1 to wound twice per game on 4s. Now you don't have to use that ability. You just have the anti-monster, anti-vehicle 4+ dev anyway. So that's just a ability if you really want to go into some vehicles and you want to kill it with the D3 +3 damage. So that's pretty cool. It's a 4+ dev wound on a vehicle that you really want to blow up, or Magnus or something like that. That the Caluxus Assassin can come down, throw a grenade, do the anti-psycho 2+. I don't think he has dead wounds, but anti-psycho 2+, and then the Vindicare can just finish him up and just D3 +3 damage. Like that's pretty freaking cool. All right, so those are the enhancements, or automatically taking the enhancement abilities. Let's go into the stratagems. We have the prime target. So let's just check all of them. Oh, there's a 2 CP strat. So everything else is 1. This is a 2P strat, but this one right here, prime target. Your shooting phase or fight phase, 1 agents of the Imperium units. So I think that's everybody. Not so until the end of the phase, each time you model and your unit makes an attack that targets a character unit, reroll wound roll of 1. If that target is made by an assassin, reroll the wound roll instead. Okay, cool. So full rerolls to wound if your assassin is going into a unit that has a character in it. Cool. So either you get full rerolls to hits of 1, wounds of 1, or if your assassin that made attack by official and targets the enemy warlord. Okay, so it's not the best. You have to go against the warlord to get full rerolls to wound. That's if you're trying to kill the warlord, maybe it might come up, but hyper stims. Your opponent's shooting phase or fight phase, or just after an enemy is selected as targets. One Agent Imperium character unit from your army selected as a target of one or more enemy attacks until the end of the phase. Add one of the toughness characteristics of model in your unit. In addition, if it's an Eversor Assassin unit, until the end of the phase has a 4-up Feel No Pain ability. So 2 CP to get a 4-up Feel No Pain on your Eversor. And gets +1 toughness. I think it's probably T4. T4 goes up to T5 with a 4-up invuln save and a 4-up Feel No Pain. That's going to be so situational. I don't know if it's going to be worth 2 CP. But it could if you're really trying to get him to survive, to try and kill the character, because he's going to be able to do a free interrupt ability. And then if he does or doesn't kill something, or kills enough and there's only one guy left, you can then really get him to survive one more turn to then hopefully spend 2 CP to have him survive on a 4-up Feel No Pain. Will sapping, and that's for the Eversor Assassin. But if you just want an Agents of Imperium character unit, which could be any unit, they go up to toughness 4 potentially. Add one of the toughness characters. I don't know what's the highest toughness units we have. I mean, it could be the Grey Knights. Grey Knights going to toughness 6, but a character has to be in it. The kill team going up to toughness 5. Yeah, so that's really toughness 4, toughness 5, and if it's a Terminator, I don't know if the Terminator can have characters in it. Yeah, so it's like not going to be super relevant, mainly if you just wanted the episode to survive a little bit longer. Will sapping salvo. In your shooting phase, one agent of the Imperium infantry unit in the shooting phase. Until the end of the phase, ranged weapons equipped by models have the sustain hits 1 ability. In addition, if it's a Caluxus Assassin, until the end of the phase, change the damage characteristic of ranged weapons equipped by models in the unit to 3. What the hell? It's going to be anti, what's it called? Anti-Psyker. So it's ranged weapons. Let's go to ranged weapons. He's got the Psychic Assassin. So each time you select the Psychic unit to target this weapon attacks that are resolved, change the attack characteristic of the weapon to 6. So he's going to get 6 attacks, hitting on 2s, precision, assault, strength 5, AP 2, D3 damage. 1 CP, flat 3 damage. He has a Feel No Pain 2-up ability against psychic attacks. And that is it. So he doesn't have Dev, which would just be busted. But he at least has sustain hits 1. So hitting on 2s, sustain hits 1, anti-psycho 2+, damage 3. So he comes down 6 shots into Magnus, hitting him on 2, sustain hits 1, anti-psycho 2+. So Magnus has to basically make, 5 2-up or 4-up saves, flat 3 damage into him. And then the grenade, which on a 3+ does mortal wounds. So let's say you do 4 mortal wounds. So 4 mortal wounds plus 5 AP2 3 damage shots going into Magnus. Just with this guy, plus the assassin that does dev wounds on anti-psyker or anti-monster 4+. Dev. So what is that? 4. So D3 plus 3. So it's 4 plus 4. That's 8. Plus, let's say 2 go through. So that's 6. That's 14. That's 14 wounds to Magnus with 2 guys. Not bad. Not bad. That's going to be insane. Just a flat 3 damage. That's going to kill some Terminators. AP2. Anti-Psyker. So Grey Knight Terminators. T-Sun Terminators. But that's pretty cool. 1 CP to be able to do that. All right. Orbital Oversight. Your opponent's shooting phase just after an enemy unit is selected its targets. 1 Agent Imperium Infantry unit from your army is selected as a target of 1 or more of the attacks. Agent Imperium Infantry unit from your army is selected as a target of 1 or more of the attacks. Until the end of the phase, your unit can only be selected. Okay, so Lona 18 inches away. or if your unit has a lone op ability, the attacking model is a 6. So lone op 6 inches for these guys. By the way, the assassin has a 24-inch range, anti-psychic 2+. So you can actually, you don't have to bring him within 3 inches. You can kind of keep him from afar and just keep spending 1 CP, launching 3 damage shots into people, and then you can spend 1 CP for lone op 6 inches if they already have the lone op ability. That is brutal. That's really, really cool. So that's just going to be super hard to go get into guard, towel, stuff like that. You just camp your unit on an objective and then can't be shot within 18 inches. So then we got the blind grenades. Your opponent's charge phase or just after an enemy has declared its charge, 1 Agent's Imperium grenades or Vindicare assassin unit from your army selected 1 or more charge and not with an engaged range 1 or more enemy unit. Until the end of the phase, subtract 1 from the charge rolls made for the enemy unit. Or if the unit is a Vindicare assassin, subtract 2 from the charge rolls. Okay. That's going to be very, very, very situational. But -1 charge. This says your opponent's charge phase just after an enemy unit has declared its charge. So it's before the dice roll. So you can't be like, oh, you need a 9, you rolled a 9, let me just spend 1 CP and then -1 to your charge roll. But still, coming out of Deep Strike, needing a 10 instead of a 9 could actually be pretty good. Or if the assassin, like, all right, I need to kill that assassin, great. Now you need an 11 coming out of Deep Strike. So that's probably pretty good for Deep Strike abilities. Maybe Demons needing a 7 instead of 6, but that's, again, very slim. Snaring Trap. So end of your opponent's charge phase. 1 Agent's Imperium infantry unit from your army that is within 6 inches of 1 or more enemy units and would be eligible to declare a charge against 1 or more of those units. Your unit can declare a charge. When doing so, you must select 1 of the enemy units, not receive the charge bonus. In addition, if it's a Calidus assassin unit that made a charge move as a result of the stratagem, until the end of the turn, each time a model unit makes a melee attack, add 1 of the wound roll. Each time a model in your unit makes a melee attack, so +1 to wound with the Calidus assassin. Calidus assassin having precision. I think AP 4. Yeah, so 5 attacks, lethal hit, precision, strength 5, AP 4, 2 damage. So you're going to get +1 to wound. So going into anything on like Terminators, you're going to wound them on 3s. If you're going into infantry, you're going to be wounding them on 2s with precision. Going into vehicles, most of the time you're going to be wounding them on like 6s, now 5s. Not worth it into a vehicle. But so end of your opponent's charge phase. 1 Agent of the Imperium infantry unit from your army that is within 6 inches. So basically it's a counter charge for 1 CP. But you does not receive the charge bonus in addition. So it's really just the Calidus assassin gets that bonus. Make a charge move as a result until the end of the turn. In addition, if it's, yeah, so just the Calidus, he gets the +1 to, so it's just the Calidus. This really benefits. But still, like a counter charge for 1 CP, +1 to wound. Fight first, which is really good. So yeah, this is the detachment if you really, really like assassins and you just want to be souped up, hopped up on assassins. How many points, guys, is this? let's add it up real quick. So let me go to my Agent of the Imperium. Okay, let's add a Calidus. It is 140 points. So I just added it all up. It's 160 points plus 1, 2, 310, 420. So 420 plus the 160, it's 580. So we're looking at 580 points starting your list with all of these assassins. But the benefits of it, guys, is just being able to use each once per game ability, being able to move your guys around quickly, having the anti-monster vehicle 4+, and just the grenades on a 3+. And so twice per game you can use the abilities and each one of these additional abilities on top of that. So I think this is super fun. I really want to make a list and test this out. So stay tuned on the Discord for some of these lists coming out, because I'm probably going to be spending the rest of the night making these lists. But this is going to be the one of the detachments. We're going to go over the rest of the detachments that we play coming up. So if you guys are Patreons, head over to the Patreon if you want some coaching for competitive Dirtbags. Head over there if you guys want some merch. It's up on the merch store, as well as anything on the Discord for dice, models, widgets. New widgets are coming up with objective markers and wound counters and CP counters as well. That's for the Dirtbag Nation. So guys, I appreciate it. Let me know in the comments below. You're super excited about this detachment. I know I am. So guys, appreciate it. Good luck, and we'll see you in another video soon. What's up, gents? 40k Dirtbags here. If you guys are thinking about joining the Patreon page, we're going to go over each tier and how it's going to benefit you and what you're looking for specifically to get out of 40k in 10th edition coming up. There's a lot of stuff to go over. There's a lot of tactical videos up on the channel, which is for free. There's going to be a bunch of perks that you get specifically for being a part of the Dirtbag Nation Patreon page. So first off, we have the first tier, which is $1 a month. You guys get first access to the videos over at patreon.com. You also get access to the Discord, which is specifically a private link in the Discord that only Patreon members can see. So you guys will have first access to that. Also a benefit is Patreons over the Dirtbag Nation get live streamed games on patreon.com streamed from YouTube, but there's only links specifically for the patreons.com. So not only do you get first access to these videos, you also get to see live stream games specifically only on patreon.com. The next tier is the Justicar. You guys get a shout out on every single video on YouTube. You also get to support us a little bit more. You get first dibs at voting on Discord, as well as you just kind of say, hey, I just want to be a Justicar Dirtbag and support you guys a little bit more than that $1 a month tier. But you get all the same access as well as the different color over on the Discord. So the third tier is the competitive Dirtbag. This tier, you get a lot more one-on-one coaching. This is a lot of the Dirtbags over on the Dirtbag Nation. They are able to send out messages one-on-one, go over list ideas, tactics, anything you guys want to talk about. When I was getting into 40k, or really any game in general, I always wanted to message the top players in the meta and just ask them questions. This $10 a month tier gets you that opportunity to message us one-on-one on Discord, so that way we can actually coach you, give you our insights, suggestions, and that's going to get you better at the 40k 10th edition as a whole. So that tier alone, just $10 a month to have one-on-one coaching, one-on-one messages anytime throughout the month, that's going to be a perfect tier for you guys. Even if you're brand new to the game, we go over 1,000 point list, 1,500 point list, 2,000 point brand new starting list, team list, anything you guys need. That's what the competitive Dirtbag tier is for. Also, you get a little bit red number name tag on Discord, so people know that you're really serious about getting into the competitive scene. The Grandmaster Dirtbags. This is the all-in-all $25 a month tier. You get one-on-one coaching, everything we said prior to this, but you guys get to see me, Mike, any of the other Dirtbags play your specific list that you want to see tested out live on one of our battle reports. You guys get to mention, suggest videos you guys want to see coming up on patreon.com. So you guys get the above first tier benefit of everything that we do over at Dirtbag Nation. All the support mainly comes from you guys supporting us over here at Dirtbag Nation. And Grandmasters, I can't thank you enough, but for $25 a month, you get one-on-one coaching and anything you want to see live on the tabletop. So you get to see a professional play right in front of you. You guys get to kind of like see it one-on-one, and I'm actually making this specifically for you. There's also TTS events that you guys can suggest. If you guys want to do a first 1 or 2 turn run through on TTS, we can actually log in and coach you one-on-one with that. If you guys see us at any GTs, you guys get special benefits, free dice, stuff like that. Anytime you purchase a merch thing on Discord, you guys get a free limited edition Dirtbag dice sent to you with every single purchase on top of that. So there's a lot of benefits coming up with the Grandmaster Dirtbag. Because I can't thank you enough for supporting us. Definitely let me know which tier would be best for you if you go over to patreon.com and specifically go to a tier. And make sure you don't forget to message me up on Discord. That's where we check every single day. If you guys are really into getting into 10th edition 40k, head over to Patreon, join the competitive Dirtbag or the Grandmaster. Message me as many times as you possibly want, and I'll coach you the best I possibly can on any specific army that you guys play. Mainly our armies right now, currently, going into 2024, is going to be Chaos Space Marines, Grey Knights, Death Guard, and then we have Custodes, Sisters, and I think that's it going into the Wings of 2024. But again, any other army that you guys play, we have other coaches lined up for the Dirtbags that are ready to take on that role of the competitive Dirtbag page. So guys, really appreciate it. Thanks for clicking on the video. Thanks for joining the Dirtbag Nation if you guys are already a part of us. And we'll see you in another video soon.